Financial algebra, we're going to be covering lesson 6.4, which goes over form 1040. Now, this is an IRS form that you would use to file your taxes, and there's the 1040EZ, that's like a really quick version, or just 1040, but this is what you would report your taxable income to. So this is basically the form you would file your tax return. And this form helps determine, did you pay enough taxes throughout the year at your employer? If not, you will owe the government more money, or maybe you paid more than you were liable for and then you get a refund, right? The goal would be to get a refund. I would never want to owe. I feel like that would be pretty terrible. So we're going to do some examples of determining that liability. So number one, Arthur's employer withheld $15,987 in federal income tax. After completing his return, he determined that his tax is $18,945 and 22 cents. So this represents what was withheld on paychecks. This number is his tax liability. And so if you'll notice, he is liable to pay more than what he withheld. So I'm actually going to subtract the $15,987 and 76 cents. And I got a difference of $2,957.46 that he owes the government. He did not withhold as much as he should have. So, and that's a bill, like you'd have to pay that up front. So that is much harder to do. It's much easier to get a refund than to owe, because no one would want to pay that amount to the government. Number two. So LaToya is an accountant who also works part-time. So here is all of her wages, because you can have more than one job, right? So here's wages from her accounting job. Here's wages from her museum. Here's interest that she earned and dividends. Interest and dividends is usually money that we earn on our investment accounts, on our bank accounts, things like that. So total income, really simple. You just add it all up. So you should just be adding 85, 290, 45, plus 12, 670, 34, plus 5, 63, 99, plus 234, 67. So they're just wanting you to know you can have more than one source of income for the year. So her total income was $98,759.45. Next one. Drew is single. So that is important because that's the classification we're going to need. Here is his income. His employer withheld almost $17,000. So we are going to be using Appendix B. I wrote that at the top. It's the back of your book. That is where you'll look up tax liability. So if you go to the back of your book, it says Appendix B, Sample Tax Table. Now we're looking for an income of $83,472. So I'm going to keep turning till I get in the 80s range. Okay, so here we are. This says 81. Here's 83 down here at the bottom. And I need 83,472, which would be in between these two amounts here. And so then I would look under at the top. You have your status, single, married, filing joint, married, filing separate, and head of household. It said he was single. So it says here that his tax liability is $14,223. So I'm going to write that down. $14,223. And so we'll go back to our problem. And I'm going to put a little Post-it so I don't lose where Appendix B is. All right, so here is the amount that was withheld. So he only needed to pay $14,000. So he does get a refund because he withheld more than he was liable for. So in Part C, we're going to calculate his refund. So $16,998 minus $14,223. So 16,998 subtract, and he gets a refund of $2,775. So he gets that money back to him, which is really awesome because you get that lump sum up front. Number 4, so here is a couple and they tell us that they are married and file their taxes jointly. So I'm going to be looking at married, filing joint. Here are their taxable incomes, $50,675 and $32,802. So in Part A, it asks their total income. So $50,675 plus $32,802. And I got a total of $83,477. Use the tax tables to determine their tax. So this is really similar to the last problem. The difference is the category in which I look in. So instead of looking under single person making that same amount, I'm looking under the second amount, married filing joint. So if I go down, here's 83, it's still in the same range, but notice a single person owed $14,223. Look, if the tax benefits of filing as a married couple, you owe way less in taxes. So $10,082. Let me put that post-it there again. $10,082. So do they get a refund? Absolutely. So I'm going to add what they said they withheld. So they withheld $11,654 plus $73,45, and they withheld. Sorry, my calculator's not on. $11,645 plus $73,45. They withheld $18,000, almost $19,000, but they only were liable for $10,000. So yes, they are going to get a refund. In Part D, they want us to calculate that refund. So $18,990 minus the actual amount owed. And they get a refund of $8,908. That is a really huge refund. That is awesome. Number 5, last one. It's a short section because it's basic addition and subtraction. So Parker is single and paying off his graduate loan. The monthly payments for his loan is $679.34. He is hoping to receive an income tax refund that is large enough to make at least one monthly payment. So he is single, it says here. Single and makes $77,911. And so I'm going to look under the single $77,911. So I'm going to open my book back up. $77,911. Yeah, $77,911 would be in this range down here. He's single, so he's liable for $13,002. And it says that he withheld $19,000. So he's going to receive $19,458 minus $13,002 in refund. And so for that, I got he is owed a refund of $6,456. How many loan payments would he be able to make? So I took his refund amount and divided by his monthly payment. And I got, I think, a little over 9. So $6,456 divided by $679.34. I got 9.5. So 9.5. So I'm going to say 9 monthly payments. So smart man to use his refund towards debt. And that's really all that section should cover. So that completes that.